Minecraft was supposed to die. Why is it still alive? The first thing I'm gonna say is I feel like it's not even surprising. Like a lot of games die because there's nothing to do or the game gets repetitive, right? Minecraft, an ideal world, is literally never gonna die because even if they stopped updating it, there's just endless things to do. I mean, you get to choose. That's the power of a sandbox.
Arguably the most revolutionary game of our time, having lasted over a decade now and still topping Twitch charts. But what makes Minecraft special? Many games have come and gone, good games even, yet Minecraft is still here. What is it about
Minecraft is
Minecraft that
better with friends. I don't know. I do agree, but also not really. And the reason why is because a lot of times friends actually ruin worlds. I think this is what I need to get off my chest before this thing gets any further. I think the problem is that everyone I think it was the Netherite update. It's probably the worst update they made. And the reason why is because it ruined why people play the game. And then also in combination with Dream. I think those two things single-handedly have like completely put people in the wrong mind space about this game, where everyone plays the game now for progression. It's like, I gotta get my netherite fully enchanted, gotta get my beacon, I gotta kill the ender dragon, get an elytra, and then when you do all that, then what? Because now it's like you're playing the game for the wrong reason. You're playing it for progression when that's not the point of the game. I don't single-handedly bring netherite into, like as the fault, but like when you add something like that where it's hard to obtain, it makes people play longer with the goal of progression, which then makes people falsely believe progression. And the reason why I looped Dream in this is because he started, playing professionally and doing, clutches and whatnot, which brought a whole community of people who play the game like professionally and speedrun and whatnot, which is not wrong. There's no wrong way to play it, but I do admit that I think the wrong way, if there is a wrong way, it would definitely be just playing to progress, because that's not the intention of the game. Skyblock mindset is crazy.
won't let it die? Now, I'm by no means an expert on Minecraft. In fact, I know I've not even come close to exploring everything that the game has.
And the other thing is people say, wow, Minecraft back in the day was so much more enjoyable when I was a kid. Well, the reason why I think is really simple, and I can't believe I've discovered this recently, but really it's just because you played worse. When you play worse and you just like play for fun and you don't have all these goals in the mind, it's a lot more enjoyable. Like think about it. The way, at least how I play the game, right? And I think a lot of people is they go in, they think, okay, I'm gonna get max net like all the best gear. Then I'm going to build this massive mansion, and then I'm going to build this massive castle, and then I'm going to have 20,000 mob grinder farms, and then it's like, it's unrealistic. You're not going to do that, right? So then you burn yourself out very quickly, and it's just more enjoyable to just do it, very casually, Yeah, who cares if your house looks good? It looks okay. Hey, that's good. Do the best you can. Wing it, instead of following guides and trying to do the best thing possible. That's the problem. And I think that's why I can't enjoy Minecraft anymore, is because every time I play it, I always have the same problem. I want to do these insane projects that are massive. I want to make a massive castle. I want to have an underground laboratory. It's not going to happen. Minecraft isn't fun for me anymore. I switched to other games like Terraria or anything else. Well, yeah, I think the other thing is when you grow older and you play more games, you realize that when there's no progression, it's a lot harder. Like, the thing is, when you're younger, you have a more creative mind. It's easier for you to just do things creatively, whereas you grow older, you're more likely to be less creative and be more stuck into, you know, wanting to play other games, especially if you taste other games. Why did it not load? Like, did I not
To
press the
offer.
button?
I still need to find my first woodland mansion, explore an ancient city, and travel to an inn city for an elytra. I of course know what these things are because of how popular Minecraft is on this platform, but I have never experienced them for myself in game. And those are just the things that I know about. I have no clue what other secrets lie within the world I've started. Now I'm willing to bet that to some of you that may make me the wrong person to talk about what makes Minecraft special. But I happen to believe that it
What?
gives me a unique perspective on it. A perspective that's different than almost everyone else on the platform, and I hope you'll give me a chance to explain why. After my first Ender Dragon and my first 200 days in the game, I have identified 3 main reasons as to why I believe Minecraft is special. And while I know videos just like this have been recited dozens of times, I believe I have something unique to offer to the discourse that's been around this game for the last 10 plus years. But first, some backstory.
I don't know if I care about the backstory. I hate to say that.
Because even though I never played Minecraft growing up, it's important to note that I grew up around it. I experienced the initial rise of Minecraft.
Yeah, no, is one of the things is it's so crazy. I think is just a canon event of life now for most people who were around at the time the game first blew up is just playing the game, you know? If you were alive during 2011 to 2013, you played the game, it's like you can relate to so many people. There's something you have to everyone else experienced, you know, OG Minecraft. I remember I was the first grade, and that's when the game started blowing up, and like I remember going to parties, birthday parties, and everyone was wearing Minecraft shirts. It was cool. And then it became a thing to get bullied over. But like, you know, it's just um there was a phase in where everyone was playing this game. It's unreal. Like I think everyone can relate to Minecraft in some way who's ever touched a game. And even people who don't play video games probably can talk about Minecraft to you. You watched Minecraft because of Dan TDM. I've never watched him, honestly. When I was back in the day, I'd watch popular MMOs mainly. And yeah, who else? I don't even know. That's like the main one I watched. Classic.
Secondhand, always seeing and hearing about it because let's be honest, it was everywhere. But
Yeah.
sadly, I never played it. And that wasn't because of any hatred I held for the game, but simply because I wasn't playing many video games at all during the years it was released. I was in high school and honestly sports had consumed my
got
life.
old.
I was prepping to play college baseball,
he's
handling a
not
lot
that
of work
old.
for my classes, and dealing with all of the other things we are bombarded by during our teenage years. It was a lot. I wish I could just go back and tell myself to relax, to have enjoyed the games and the things that were around me, and to think of the memories I would have made along
You feel
the way.
bad for Pat. I don't know what's happening with him, but it seems like he constantly. I can't speak on it. I don't know. It just seems like he constantly gets arrested for supposedly being abusive. I really don't know. The whole I don't know the situation at all, really, so I'm not gonna talk about it much more because I feel like it's wrong to just be like, oh yeah, he's an abusive man, I don't like him. Like, that's just ridiculous because I don't know the full situations. I mean, I heard rumors, for example, that like, oh, well, actually, he didn't do that. Who really knows? Um, but they made classic videos, bro. Like, oh my God, it's crazy. My childhood was basically watching popular MMOs for a while.
Way.
Oh yeah, the second rise. Yeah, it's crazy though, the switch up, dude. Like, I remember in 2018, 2017, when Fortnite started popping off, it was like, if you played Minecraft, at least for me, it was like you'd get bullied or just made fun of, you know? So I usually didn't talk about Minecraft in those days. I still played it, because I played it for like a lot of years straight, basically. It was like one of the only games I played for a while until Fortnite came out, and then I started changing my array of games. Um, I'm not saying I didn't play any other games, but I mainly played Minecraft as the main game. But the big thing is the switch up is crazy because then it's like suddenly in 2019 it was just like, oh, you play Minecraft? You're cool, you know? It's like, how does that happen? You know? It never made sense to me. Love watching popular MMOs. Popular MMOs. Testing out TNT mods out the Lucky Block. Oh yeah, the Lucky Block ones. Oh my God, classic. It inspired me to get my own mod pack. I think the thing about it was like when you were watching their like mod pack series, it was like watching kind of like a TV show. At least as a kid, it was like, you know, the mods were so interesting and like so fascinating that it just made it like so interesting to watch. Like, what's gonna happen next? What crazy event is gonna happen? And they actually had decent personalities, at least at the time. I don't know if I haven't watched their videos in forever, so I have no idea if that was true or not. Probably just imagining it. The zombie series was goated. I don't know if I watched that. Oh, and I remember okay, this is the problem. As a kid, I remember watching Minecraft animations. That's what it was. And there's a lot of bad animations. A lot of them. And when I say bad, I mean sexual. Like, I still remember when I watched, I didn't know it at the time, but I remember now, 'cause it was like, a guy just it was like a random grandpa character in this animation just stripped down naked. Um, and I didn't understand that at the time, and he started making love to a girl. It's like you don't understand that when you're 7. Like you don't know, like, oh wow, what's happening? You just like, oh okay. Um, I don't like I don't know why people are so weird. Like if I don't know. You know, I just remembered also watching oh, what was it called? Chunky Monkey. I mean, I'm gonna find that. Does their channel still exist? I think it was called Chunky Monkey. And Villager News. That was a canon event for me. Chunky Monkey, maybe? Animations? Is it? Am I delusional? No, I guess I'm delusional. I don't know. I forgot what it was called. Dude, I need to find this. Okay, hold on. We're going down this rabbit hole. Element animations? Well, I'm not talking about that, but yeah, those are goated. Your animations are fire. No, they weren't. Now, there was a phase where I had a plan in 8th grade. My plan was to animate a whole entire, like, TV show, but with Minecraft. And I started doing it, and I got so frustrated about it that I just gave up. But that was my plan. My plan was to make, like, a huge TV show. It was supposed to be a comedy, with villagers, basically, like Life of a Villagers. It was gonna be a comedy, but, you know, I kind of glad I didn't do that, mainly just because, I think I would be cringing right now if that came out. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let me find this. Let me just do this. I'm gonna find this. I'm never gonna find this, let's be honest. Yeah, it's all shorts. That's the problem with YouTube. You search up something in, like, the search bar, and it's all shorts. It's like, I don't want shorts! I know it had something to do with Herobrine. There was a whole series, versus Villager? I don't know. I found it! Annoying Villagers! Yes! Oh, I'm gonna have to watch this. This is it! Right here. There's a whole series. Mr. Fudge Monkeys! Yes! Yes! Oh my god, I haven't watched this in forever. They're still going, and they get a lot of views. What? They have Annoying Villagers 65? What? What? They're still going? That's diabolical. Nah, I mean, yeah, I remember this. Like, oh my god. But the thing is, they had blood and gore and stuff in their thing. Like, that was, oh my god. This brings me back. This brings me back right here. They had, like, fat, yeah, some of this looks like brain rot, I'm not gonna lie. Baldi's Basic is crazy. They had Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, I remember, oh my god, I remember watching all this. They actually made really good animations, too. Top some funny Minecraft. Like, let's see this.
So big.
Like, yeah, that's what I
Your head
watch.
is humongous.
What is this though? Like now I'm
Your
looking at it,
head
I'm going,
is
what is this?
ginormous. Your head is so big that it makes fat people.
Mr. Fudge
Yeah, oh my
Monkey's
god.
annoying villagers.
I have gathered you all here today of a matter of great importance. It's like super duper
Oh my god, how did I watch this? This is a
Thank
low-key
you,
unbearable.
Chester. Previously on Annoying Villagers 7.
Dude, I'm pretty sure he voice acted like everything by himself and literally did like all the animations by himself. It was crazy. I don't know. Yeah, oh wow, and then there's, yeah, that's the first. Oh my god. Enough. Like I'm getting distracted, low key. But dude, yeah, this was a big part of my childhood. I'm pretty sure I got up to like around here and then I stopped watching. Because I don't remember any of this stuff. Like, he made Among Us stuff. Like, okay, yeah, this game, I don't know. Have you seen Corrupted Carnage? Nah, I've never seen that.
But eventually, as life settled down, I began to feel the urge to check out what Minecraft was all about. I witnessed the second rise of Minecraft with people like Techno, Dream, and PewDiePie's Let's Play. I saw some of the kids in the class I was teaching at the time fall in love with the game and begin to play it for the first time. But again, I never really played it for myself.
Those are cool
I did
stairs.
try to start a world a few times here, but would always play for maybe an hour before turning it off and never continuing it. I guess I just felt like I missed out. Like I was too late to the party to join the fun. That I missed my chance to enjoy Minecraft and that I would just have to be okay with that. After a few more years, I began feeling the urge to play again and eventually went for it. I was committed this time.
Like, I'm not gonna
and
lie, like, right now, I think the problem for Minecraft with me is I'm looking at this gameplay, and I back in the day, I would have been like, yeah, this just looks fun. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, dude, why would I want to build something? Why would I want to build something? Like, all I'd want to do in the game is progress. And that's the problem. I think the problem really is the updates as well. They keep on feeding this progression mindset, right? Like the trial chambers and all that. I don't even know what's in the trial chambers, but like it's something new to do that's like action related and not like, sandbox related. And I know the argument is, oh, do whatever you want, right? Okay, but when you have all these elements like Netherite, you got, the Bastions, you got the ancient cities, and then you get the trial chambers. It adds this like thing where it's like there's all these like things to do for progression or for combat, which takes away from the point of the game. I think that's thrown a lot of people off the wrong path. I don't know if that's true though. I don't know. I don't know if everyone else agrees with me on that, but that's how I feel. What? I've never beat Minecraft. I think most people can relate. I remember looking at the achievement list on PS3 or something, PS4. Like 10, no, not 10, 5 or 6 years ago, and like most people have never beaten the Ender Dragon.
Knew that if I was going to actually do this, I needed to set some goals. So just a few months ago, I started my survival world with the intention of fully beating the
Making
Ender
rooftops
Dragon.
is
I plan
hard,
to
yeah.
record my time and upload those videos here on this channel to create some accountability to keep me going. I assumed that if other people ended up wanting to watch me play, that would provide some added motivation and pressure to keep me.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Just need to adjust my lights. Bruh. Oh my god. Embarrassing. It's fine. Okay.
Me going and actually play the game. So that's what I did. I put up a few videos on this channel that highlighted some of my key moments. Moments that I'm pretty sure we all remember from our first playthrough of Minecraft. Moments like my first night, building my first home, mining my first diamond, and building the first building that I can say I'm actually proud of, my barn. I'm sure my first
Yeah, wow,
were
that looks
different than
good.
those who
Wow, what
experienced
the hell? Dude, that's actually really impressive. I can respect people who don't build out of one material only, and like he could have easily just built this all out of bricks.
the game years ago, when Minecraft not only played
It's been 17 minutes since you started reacting to this. Oh my god, I'm only 4 minutes in, bro. Like, how does this happen, bro? Like, I don't get it. You know what? A lot of other reaction channels. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. Okay, I get sidetracked easily. That's the main thing. The big thing is a lot of reaction channels that I like to watch personally do the same thing with me, where they get distracted and start going off on topics that are different. And so to me, it's like, who cares? But I know a lot of people don't like that. You know why I have to say that though? If you don't like it, don't watch it, you know? Is it inconvenient that, like, yeah, it takes forever for me to react to a video? Yes, but it's like the whole point of reaction is to give your thoughts, not just to be XQC. I used to actually watch XQC unironically do reactions, and it was literally him just saying, wow.
played differently, but also looked a lot different. Regardless, I was actually enjoying myself. And it seemed like others enjoyed watching somebody play for the first time as well. In total, I made 5 videos. A lot more happened in my first playthrough, but after my first few videos, I found that I really enjoyed getting to share my journey through live streams more than videos. And that will be important to note later as I get to my third point. But now that I've beat the Ender Dragon, I've got to say, I loved it. And I loved Minecraft. I loved the exploration and adventure. I loved the building and enchanting.
Looks
I
like it made
honestly
from
even
brain.
enjoyed the Nether. I had never realized that Minecraft could be a horror game, but that quickly changed
Oh my
after
God,
I
I
realized
was-
how many things like to pop up out of nowhere to scare you.
I used to be so convinced it was a horror game, Skies, because like I was scared of gas, and like just like there's a certain atmosphere to it, especially if you're playing alone with no music, no videos playing, that you just don't get normally. Like it's just like you're alone. Besides like the passive mobs and you get the occasional little cave noise, you're just like, oh, what? I used to be. I remember thinking. I know I have a video up that I know because I remember making the video years ago playing Minecraft. That I said something like, I think Minecraft's a horror game, and I gave a reason because of ghasts. But don't know why, and I don't know what video that is, so I guess I'll have to figure on that out one day. I just
You
remember
have to
doing that.
death. What the heck? I really want to, but there's like 10 of those spiky things.
Oh yeah.
Holy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. I just about like peed myself. Nope, we're done.
He himself.
Oh. And don't
crazy.
even get me started on the deep dark.
Oh, yeah, the first time I went to an ancient city, oh my god, I was spooked out of my mind. I wish I streamed that too. That was like I had some of the craziest reactions to that. Peaceful mode feels like it's a horror game. Oh yeah, it does. I don't know why you'd ever play peaceful mode. I actually remember one of my first worlds I ever did. I actually somehow turned on peaceful mode, and I was so confused because there was no monsters, and I constantly healed, and I was so confused on exactly how that happened. I wish I had all my old worlds, because, dude, I remember things. I have my old worlds from PS3 era, but on PC, bro, when I was like 5 or 6, and I played on an old PC, the family PC, and I had like I literally took me hours to figure out crafting existed. I remember, I literally I was so confused because I knew nothing about the game. So all I knew was you could pick up seeds, you could mine logs, and you could make dirt. So I would just make like dirt huts everywhere and punch mobs to death, and it would be brutal to survive. And I remember I saw my first Enderman in that world. I freaked out. It's like there's a ninja after me. And then, the big thing is, though, I remember one night my dad did some research, and before, as I was going to sleep, he went up in my room and he told me, hey, the crafting exists, and it's just like, my mind was blown. Like, crafting? What? The fact you can make oak planks was diabolical to me. Like, now I look at it, I'm like, dude, if you can't play the game now, I don't know what to say. Because there's a recipe book, I don't know. It's just, back in the day, there was no hints, so I can see why people would be like, "Whoa, what? What if Herobrine is secretly there?" Yeah, oh my god. And then I remember my friend joined me in PS3 World, and he dressed as a Herobrine skin, and I was convinced that Herobrine was in my world. I used to actually really freak out about Herobrine. I really thought he was real back in the day. For a while, actually, until, I'd say, like, 8th grade. Imagine Minecraft Fog is back when you're peaceful mode? Oh, hell no.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, when this happens, by the way, I think the problem with Deep Dark is, like, once the guy comes out, whatever it's called, what is he called? When he comes out, bro, like, he literally just, like, makes your whole screen black, and you can't see anything, and it's unbearable to play. Like, it's just like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, wait, I know exactly what you're supposed to do. Why did I never think of this ever? You could just stack up like 5 blocks and you'd be safe. Like, what? How did I never think of that ever? Oh my god. That's obvious. Okay. Well, I just play with shaders. That's the trick. You play with shaders, you don't get the effect. Darkness effect.
I don't like it. For the first time in 11 years, I began to understand why people loved this little game. Why so many people devoted so much of their
Oh
time.
my god, and that just reminded me. Oh my god. See, it's just like I'm reminiscing about the old days, bro, because Minecraft was my childhood. IBX Toycat, he's the reason why I started YouTube, by the way. He inspired me to start YouTube. So basically, back in the day, he made like Xbox 360 videos, and he had a Let's Play world. He still plays the same Let's Play world for over 10 years. He's played it. I used to watch every single one of his videos. In fact, almost every single video, like the first 100 videos on my channel, let's say, were all inspired by him. Like, in the sense of like, I talked like him, I made videos similar to his. I was inspired by him, and so credit to him. Did you beat Dark Souls 2? Did I beat Dark Souls 2? I didn't. I rage quitted. No, I didn't rage quit. What? What's this link you sent me? Oh, IBX Toy Cat. Yes, yes, yes. I haven't watched him in a while though. I mean, he's also, you know what's crazy? IBX Toy Cat was also the reason why I started playing Call of Duty. He's also the reason why I played Fortnite. Like, I kind of meat-rided him. I still remember that was the first live stream I ever watched. I was IBX Toy Cat, and I said he was playing Fortnite when it first came out, and he died, and I wrote in the chat like RAP to the best YouTuber, which is like that's a horrible chat by the way. And then he read it, and I was so happy. It was like the happiest moment ever. I look back at that, I'm like, dude, this is cringy, bro. That is horrible. Like, if someone said that in my chat, I would immediately be like, okay, this person is delusional. They're a sick freak. Worship me too much or something.
To building these massive structures and why so many communities had formed to talk about them. It all started to make sense. Hence the reason for this video. Whether it gets picked up by the algorithm or not, I don't really care. This is a video for me to share my thoughts and share some of my stories. Isn't that what YouTube is for after all? So what makes Minecraft special? What is it about Minecraft that keeps it from dying?
The perfect sandbox? I don't know. I think if it was a perfect sandbox, it would have features that make it better. For example, where are the chairs? Where are the tables? Where's the furniture? That would elevate it automatically to a way higher level, in my opinion. Because a sandbox game about building after all these years, without any tables, without any chairs, is diabolical. Because yes, you could be creative and make your own, but they're never going to look like the real deal. Like, why? Where are they? Why does Terraria have a better building system, arguably, in a lot of aspects? The fact you can paint blocks in Terraria, I've always said this. Why does Terraria actually have better building mechanics than Minecraft? Where is the ability to, color every single block in the game with a paint? Where is that? That would be so great. So if you want a certain texture of block, but it's not the right color, well, boom, you could fix that problem. Imagine if they did the same thing they did with, like, dyes, where you can dye leather armor, where you can literally just use any combination of dyes to make like all these different types of colors, right? And there would be like 2 million different variants of colors, right? That would be so cool. But no, they choose not to. So instead you have to download a mod if you want that. Like that's just ridiculous. How is there no advanced farming systems? Well, I mean, there's really no need for it. That's the thing. There's no advanced need for advanced farming due to the fact that food is really not a problem after you establish basic farms. You love farming in Minecraft, by the way. I think it's alright. Hello? Okay.
Minecraft is arguably the perfect sandbox game. I know,
Oh, wow, that's
absolutely
cool.
groundbreaking analysis over here at Fluffy HQ. But let me explain. Minecraft has no rules, no boundaries, no storylines you feel the need to complete. Just a world, some blocks, and near infinite possibilities. And this is good and bad, but it's an integral part of Minecraft's identity, and possibly
Yeah.
the biggest reason the game became as popular as it did initially.
I'm gonna just have a hot take. I gotta stop pausing, but it's true. Hot take, I think worlds need to have smaller borders. I miss the days of the PS3 where your world was 800 by 800 blocks and there was a border. Why? Because I don't even think I don't want it that small, by the way. That's way too small. But it forced you to like actually you knew your world, right? You knew your world and you knew it inside and out, and you can make your whole world like your area. It was cool. Like if you walked into someone's world, it would be like, wow, this world is theirs. You can just see the evidence of them everywhere. I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's just cool, right? And then everything was also so compact, so it's like easy to find resources. If you want a jungle, there's most likely a jungle. Like back in those days, almost everything you needed was spawned in because every volume was somewhat tiny, but not too tiny. I don't know how to describe it, but 800 by 800 was great. But I do admit that it'd be better to have it a little bigger, maybe like 2000 by 2000, and that'd be good. Mechanics need to be worked like fishing. The problem is, how do you make fishing engaging? I mean, you could take the approach of Hypixel Skyblock by making it so that you can fish up creatures that attack back, which could be interesting. But at the end of the day, it's like that'd be really weird because the whole point of fishing is to get fish. I think the problem with fishing in a lot of games, including Minecraft, is it's just dull. It's like, oh, just do the same thing over and over and over, and hopefully you get something insane. Which is why AFK fishing became a thing, because it's so boring to fish. I don't even know if they patched
In
it.
many ways, the amount of options and the lack of guidance the game offers when you first spawn in left me feeling really overwhelmed in my world. But in reality, this is what makes Minecraft Minecraft. If there were too much hand-holding or too much guidance, the game would lose its ability
That's
to be
true.
whatever the player wants it to be, and instead become what the developers want it to be. I've discussed a few ways I think Minecraft could provide some guidance for new players with some people in our Discord server. I would love for there to be different books you could find around various villages that provided some backstory to the different features, blocks, and enemies in the world. Like a series of books about a scientist that talked about different ways you could use redstone, or a series of books by an archaeologist that talked about different temples or biomes that he
I
had.
mean, in my opinion, it would just be solved if in villages there's like a special library that contains sometimes books that talk about mechanics of the game, but not all the books. You have to search, explore other villages. I think that'd be solve the problem because it makes sense. Hey, the villagers wrote this. Oh, sorry, we don't, or maybe you can trade with the remaining books for the remaining books you need. Like, that'd be cool. But that'd be complex because, let's be honest, most people who start the game are not going to immediately, like, know about looting chests and stuff in a village.
Discovered. That way the player gained some information through exploration without the game hindering the player from having a sense of discovery and adventure. After doing some research, I learned there apparently used to be a tutorial you could play for Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
While I think that there are
Oh,
good
yeah.
intentions behind that, it doesn't seem to fit with the purpose of Minecraft, which is probably why they removed it in the first place. Games like Breath of the Wild can start players on the part of the map where they can learn the basic mechanics before exploring, because Breath of the Wild has an end to its story. Even though the world is massive and has an insane amount of things to do, the story eventually comes to a close, and the game is limited by the mechanics that the developers have put into it. And the game has to make sure that you, the player, knows the primary goal or objective of the game. Not to mention the fact that the game needs to make sure that you know the basic mechanics the developers have given you to go and accomplish that
Wait,
goal.
this is what...
Minecraft,
okay.
on the other hand, has no end goal. No
You're gonna play
special
Rec
moves
Room. I don't even know what Rec Room is.
or techniques you need to understand before you get started. Sure, you could say beating the Ender Dragon is completing the game,
No,
and
it's
I, along
not.
with most people, would place it as a major goal for players to strive for. But even then, there are no stakes for beating the dragon. You could avoid it forever and the game would never push you in that direction. Whereas in Breath of the Wild, or any RPG for that matter, the game and its world are constantly pushing you towards completing the primary objective, to beating the game. The main point I'm trying to make here in this section is that Minecraft is special because it's simple and free. And we all know that. Minecraft doesn't try to be flashy with its graphics or rich story. Instead, it provides simple solutions that players can use to create complex and magical worlds. It creates procedural worlds that players then can turn into living stories and thriving kingdoms. The simplicity and freedom of Minecraft's sandbox, in many ways, is what allows the complexity of the stories we get to create and immerse ourselves in as players. Minecraft doesn't try to overwhelm the player with a clear solution to every problem. There are no pre-made houses you can build, no pre-created blueprints for players to follow along with. Minecraft just simply provides a blank canvas for players to create within. And this is what makes Minecraft the perfect sandbox. It's simple complexity that provides us, the player, with everything we need to create magical stories and worlds. And
That's
that leads
true.
me to my second point.
Wait, that was his whole first point? Oh, wow. I really was convinced. Okay, I'm only halfway through? Oh my god. Minecraft is creative. You know what? I just remember creative mode exists. Oh my god, I forgot about creative mode. How does a man forget about creative mode? Oh my god. Okay, so what is this? Dude, like, what is this, though? Like, it was a cool transition for a bit, and then it just got too long. Now it's just like, okay.
Minecraft is creative. I know, another incredibly hot take. But this ties into the previous point, and
I mean,
it
it
has to be
is.
stated, hence the presence of this section. While at its core, Minecraft is a sandbox survival game, I believe Minecraft is even more a creative game. And I'm not just talking about the creative mode you can choose to play in. Minecraft is a blank canvas, ready for the player to create whatever they desire. Whether that be the sprawling cities and massive builds so many people create here on this platform, all of which still leave me completely amazed to this
Yeah.
day. Or the simple
That right there, by the way,
create here on this platform,
just get to it
all
already.
of which
this is like the type of stuff I want to try and like. Every time I boot up a survival world, this is what I try to make. And guess what? It never works. That's why I hate Minecraft, because I'm an idiot. The way I play the game's an idiot. I wish I could go back to the old days. You know, when you look at my first videos, and you look at how I played Minecraft, I'm pretty sure I didn't even get diamonds until episode 30 of my own little Minecraft series that started my channel. I'm pretty sure, I've lived in a stone house for like 20 episodes. I'm also pretty sure that world is not got much going for it. Destroying the end. Well, that's a different playthrough. That was when I used to stream Minecraft all the time. Yeah. When I streamed Minecraft for about 9 months, like 3 or 4 years ago. I think it's 4 years ago at this point, I believe, or 3 years. I don't remember. But when I played that, it was kind of like nice because the way I played it was different. I wanted a long-term world, so I did things that were cool. Like I had a plan. Also, streaming, by the way, is a great way to enjoy Minecraft because you get to talk to people. And they get to like talk to you and tell you what they want you to do, and it's just a good experience. So if you ever get bored of Minecraft and you want to play, stream it. I recommend it. Um, but my plan with mining the end, which I actually did, I spent I think 4 months mining. Nah, it was more like 6 months. I took 2 months to mine the obsidian pillars, and then I took about 3 months to mine almost all the end stone. I was so close to mining all the end by hand. I had like 2 million end stone mine or some crazy number. Unfortunately, what happened is, I got burnt out, so I ended up never finishing, and I still have the world, but there's not much to show for it because most of the streaming was just dedicated to mining the end. It's been over 30 minutes. Alright, buddy. Stop complaining. Nah, but like, but that was the thing. It was like I was mining the end for the purpose of something really stupid. I was gonna make an Enderman farm, and then I was gonna make a McDonald's. So, never mind.
still
Doesn't
leave me
matter.
completely amazed to this day.
Like, if I played Minecraft now, I would never do that. I'd never be like, I'm gonna mine the whole end just to make McDonald's. Like, I'm not doing that.
Or the simple worlds filled with massive storylines and characters that players immerse themselves into. The game
What is he
grows as
wowed
the
at?
creativity of the player grows. And honestly, I think this is one of the main reasons I struggled with Minecraft early on. Growing up, I was always the kid who excelled in math and science and struggled with art and creativity. I needed there to be singular solutions to the problems I faced, and when there were multiple solutions, it overwhelmed me and sent me into this dreaded cycle of not knowing what to do. It made art and attempting anything creative really frustrating, and as I grew, this feeling of dread towards creative projects grew. I leaned into math and threw myself into sports to avoid needing to do any sort of creative project. But that all changed about 2 years ago. I was a substitute teacher at the time, and as I was leaving a classroom one day, the principal asked me if I wanted the job. Of course I did, but it depended on the subject. If it was math or science, I would take it in a heartbeat, but that's not what it was. The principal offered me a job to teach art for the year at the local middle school.
Wow.
To be honest, I laughed. I initially told him no thank you, but he persisted, and eventually, after warning him that art was not my strength, I accepted the job. Now, before
Why would
anyone
you
com-
ever hand a man the job of an art teacher for middle school when he doesn't know how to do art? That's crazy to me. That's probably one of the worst jobs to have behind being a PE teacher for middle school. Like, being an art teacher, bro, like no one wants to do art at this in this age. That sucks.
Comes from me in the comments, the alternative for these students was to have a different teacher each day come in and do absolutely nothing with them. If I took the job, at least there would be a consistent face who could try to do something with them each day. So I got to work. I created a few basic unit plans and honestly did my best. To be fair, those kids probably didn't gain the best art knowledge or technique that year, but we had a blast. We created 3D sculptures, we created perspective pieces, we created split self-portraits. We had so much fun with all of the projects we created. And about halfway through the year, I got a phone call. A parent had called to talk to me about my class, so naturally I was really nervous. But the parent told me that 2 years ago, their son had a teacher who stifled their creativity. And their son, who used to create all the time, had stopped doing anything creative. That was until he had my class. The parent told me that since being in my class, their son had not stopped creating, and that he had rediscovered the joy of art and creativity. And it was at that moment that I realized the beauty of creativity. It's not about a timeline or efficiency. It's about the joy we feel in the process of creating. It's about the feeling that comes from completing something you may have never thought possible. It's the joy of seeing a vision come to life in ways you may have never imagined. And that's what Minecraft is. It's creativity. It's a blank.
Yes. See, this is why I need to hear. And I think a lot of people need to hear it. It's not about making the best stuff. It's about being creative and just doing what you want to do in the sense of like letting loose. Who cares if it looks ugly? You know? My art teacher is rude. That's crazy.
Blank slate, an open world that players get to dive into and mold into whatever they desire. Minecraft isn't just a game that allows creativity, but at its core, Minecraft is creativity. And creativity is essential to humanity, leading me to my third and final point.
Okay, now we're just getting crazy. Alright. I don't know where this is going.
Minecraft mirrors humanity. I mentioned earlier that while I have a few videos that outline my journey through Minecraft, the majority of my time was spent streaming.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hate to say this, but dude, like, do I really need to see this? I don't know where this is going. Vibe to Juice World for 2-hour ride. I don't know why, but Juice World, like, I used to like him, and now I can't stand him. I just see the word Juice World, and someone says it, or someone has it in their profile picture, and I get pissed off. And I really am convinced it's Fortnite's fault, because ever since Fortnite released that Juice World skin, for the free one, I've been so pissed off at Juice World fans. It's just like hearing this guy say Juice World just made me so unreasonably angry for no reason. I have no idea why, because I actually don't mind his music that much. It's not awful. I have no idea, like, I really don't know what the problem is with that. But, like, Tranquility? No. More like Evil. Lucid Dreams. Okay, Lucid Dreams sucks. I'm not listening to Lucid Dreams. But, like, he has good songs. I used to be a big fan, though. I used to be so Die Rider fan. I think the problem is that people were like, you know, they'll be like, oh my god, we need more albums from him, even though he's already dead. We have a ton of unreleased music. Release it now. It's like, dude, just let him die and not release any more music, please. What's going on with Kanye? Alright, that's a different topic. Completely different.
My journey. And that's not just because it was easier and required less work in the editing process, but because it was honestly more enjoyable. Now let me be clear. I love creating videos. I love the editing process, even though I am very much still learning. I'm learning to love the script writing process. But after my first few Minecraft videos, I was struggling. I was struggling with motivation and direction. Even though people had been watching my initial videos, I didn't really know where to take the game next. Honestly, I was kind of ready to just end the series and stop where I was. I had reached the point that so many people seem to reach every year when they end their annual 2-week Minecraft phase. But that's when I had an idea. An hour-long stream during one of my lunch breaks from work. That would just be me running off on an adventure in my world. Not trying to progress to the Ender Dragon, not even really having any goals in mind. Just random exploration in a beautiful world. During my first stream, I had one incredible viewer who got on and chatted the whole time. And I hope it was as fun for them as it was for me. I was dubbed Fluppiana Jones as I explored my first jungle temple. I almost peed my pants as I rode past my first ocean monument and was jump scared by a
I'm
spiky
actually so annoyed that his iron sword is literally 1 durability because oh, and also why is it iron? Where's your diamond sword, sir? I don't know. That's just looking at that makes me annoyed. Like when you have some at 1 durability, it's like throw it out at that point. Don't even use it. I'm sorry, I'm
I
distracted.
found my first horse named
He still has
Periwinkle and ultimately met my fate as I explored in the mine.
And his diamond axe was on 1 durability. What are we doing? Why? Why is everything on 1 durability?
Found my first horse named Periwinkle and ultimately met my
Why? Or am I delusional?
fate as I explored in the
Oh,
mines.
maybe I'm delusional. Maybe it wasn't on 1 durability. Okay, maybe I'm irrationally angry for nothing. Why are we hearing this dude talk? Let him cook, you know?
It was a blast. But as the hour ended, so did the stream. And
I
sadly,
mean, I think it's just interesting to get a perspective on why he likes Minecraft because, you know what? I think people need to hear it. Because a lot of people forget the reason why they started liking Minecraft, and they might need to remember why did they like Minecraft? Why did they play it? You know?
I had to get back to work. The difference
Chess
was
boat,
that I had
by the
found
way.
motivation in the game. Not just to beat the game, but to go back to my second point that I made earlier, to be creative and to have fun. A few streams passed.
Oh my god, I just thought of some. You know what I think the problem is? Everyone plays Minecraft now for nostalgic purposes. And playing a game for nostalgic purposes is never going to end out well. Because the problem with nostalgia is you can do the exact same thing that you did before, but it won't hit the same. And I think that's the problem. Everyone's trying to relive their memories, but at the end of the day, you can't. I actually think that's the main problem. Because I think about it, every time I play Minecraft, I'm usually nostalgic stricken. Man, I miss the old days when I was so young and I played Minecraft the whole time and I was able to enjoy the game for more than 2 seconds. Wow, that actually hit hard, bro.
A few more people started joining in. I by no means have some massive community, but I'm so thankful for the few people I do have that stop by and say hey regularly. In a lot of ways, they are what make Minecraft fun and special for me now. And that's why I believe Minecraft mirrors humanity. You see, I believe that we as people need community. And Minecraft, as with most games, but especially with Minecraft, proves that. My enjoyment of Minecraft immediately grew as other people were introduced to my world and what was happening within it. And even since then, as I have played smaller worlds with other friends and jumped into different Minecraft experiences with other people, I have found that those are the moments that make me want to come back time and time again. It's the stories that are told within the
Dude,
world.
yeah, Minecraft is one of the very few games that I've played where it literally has other games inside the game. You can hop on servers with their own unique games, basically, where you could play mods and play your own unique game. Like RLCraft, for example, is legitimately feels like its own game inside of a game. Like, that's diabolical. I'm not, and that's true for most mod packs, by the way. But just especially Minecraft because of how many mods there are, how many mod packs you can make that change the game fundamentally to make it a brand new game. It's just diabolical. So the people who complain, especially on Java, who are like, oh, there's nothing to do in Minecraft. Well, how about you try a mod pack? Honestly, that could definitely change your perspective.
players create that make Minecraft so special. The reality is that
Have you known this guy called Xbox Addictions? Nah.
playing single player Minecraft is lonely. There are no NPCs, no extensive quests, no storylines to follow. And as I mentioned earlier, that is part of what makes the game special. If these things are present in the game, it detracts from the player's ability to make Minecraft whatever they want it to be. But we also must look at the flip side of that coin and acknowledge that when left alone, this can make Minecraft incredibly lonely. And that's why I believe
Yes.
so many people feel the urge to revisit Minecraft every so often only to leave worlds sitting empty for the rest of time. It's because Minecraft alone leaves the players with a large sense of being lonely. Without people to create a story with, it's hard to find the motivation to keep moving forward.
Underrated opinion, RLCraft shouldn't be someone's first mod pack. It's too hard and unbalanced. No, I kind of agree. I'm gonna be honest, RLCraft back in the day, bro, like 2021 when I played and dominated it the most, was actually kind of low-key overpowered for the player. Like, once you got a foothold past the early game, you basically became so strong that nothing could stop you. Well, I shouldn't say that because you could easily just die. That was the thing about RLCraft. It's so crazy because it's like you get this this is why I love it because you get on this power trip. You destroy the beasts that have been tormenting you for years, or in the case of like a long time, basically. Like, oh, I've been tormented by all of this for so long. And you finally defeat your first dragon. You kill a sea serpent. You're like, oh my god, yes. You get the power of them. You get a fire sword, right? And you're like, oh my god, I have dragon armor. And then, you know, all out of nowhere, a creeper comes out and you just insta-kills you. Like, it's basically how it works. You could still get just destroyed, even though you're on this power trip where it's like, nothing can stop me. And then you just get demolished and lose everything. And then that's the thing. It's like there's never really a victory, but it's like the buildup of power is still so satisfying. Seeing yourself become so powerful. There's very few games where you can see the power just increase, and still get demolished. A lot of games, it's just like, you know, once you get to the end game, it's like, oh, you just demolish everything. But if there's no challenge, there's still a challenge when playing the game. But I don't even know any other mod packs. That's not true. I know a bunch of other mod packs, but a good one, actually. Let me open this. I have Technic Launcher. This is why I used to play a lot of mod packs well, back in the day. If this will load. Yeah, so, yeah, this, oh, Orespawn. Yeah, Orespawn was classic, but oh, this is offline now? Oh, man. That sucks. Well, this used to be the GOAT because it literally was just the dream for, like, anyone who wanted to play, like, a nice little builder life, you know? You got like all these furniture mods and stuff, and it was like a realistic like mod pack, but like not aggressive like Arlocraft. But unfortunately it's discontinued, so never mind. Whatever.
The game to be able to fill the void of the memories we've made without acknowledging the people we made the memories with. Now, I feel the need to specify that Minecraft can be enjoyed in single player. You can create incredible stories and worlds on your own, and I'm sure many of you watching this right now have. It's just a lot harder to do by yourself, and I'm willing to bet that as a kid you probably didn't do it by yourself. What I am saying though is that Minecraft is at its best when it's shared. It's the shared experiences we have in Minecraft and the communities that have formed around these experiences that make them special.
The problem is that every time I play Minecraft with friends or even family, it's the same thing I used to play every year. I used to have a server with all my cousins, and my dad would play as well, and I'm gonna be honest, it always ended up the same. Every time, no matter who I play with, I will be so invested in the game, I will be doing my own thing, you know, I would be trying to build the best stuff and have the coolest base and whatnot, and everyone else is already gone, because once they beat the Ender Dragon, they leave. Every single time, and that's why I say, why play with friends? It's fun for like a week, you know, when you're progressing with them, and then after that, it's like you're left alone. And then usually I'm playing by myself. And then I'm questioning, why am I playing this world? It's literally what happens every time. And it just, I don't, now when someone says, oh, play Minecraft with me, I go, why? Why? There's nothing in it for me. It's gonna be, like, cool, I guess, for, like, 2 seconds, and then after that, it's stupid, because I'll be left alone again.
Sobering reality is that we can't go back and experience the first of our time in Minecraft again. Our first creeper, our first dragon, our first house. They're all just memories now. And I say that as someone who only just recently experienced those things for the first time. So I can't imagine what that feels like for someone who experienced them for the first time as a kid and now has to look back at them with even more nostalgia. But in many ways, that's life. We hold on to our fond memories, but we can't allow ourselves to be stuck there. We find ways to create new memories.
Hey, why is my chair creaking? I'm surprised.
So what makes Minecraft special? Well, honestly, it's quite simple. We, the players, get to inhabit a virtual world where almost anything is possible. Minecraft is special because together we get to tell and be a part of vast stories and worlds that are created by us. Minecraft is special.
Wait, by the way, why did you place all these torches?
Because Minecraft can be whatever we want it to be. A world of simple blocks can be transformed into a living and breathing world that holds incredible memories. For as long as we...
Dude, you know what's inspiring, by the way? How happy this guy is. This whole video, this guy's been so happy when he's playing the game. It's inspiring, low-key. Like, he's just had a nice, like, he's had, like, this look in his eyes. Just look all happy. It's like, oh my god, I wish I could be like
Minecraft will never die. I can't believe it took me 11 years to figure that out, but now that I have, I can't wait to see what stories I uncover next. And so to end this video that's already far longer than I planned for it to be, I'll ask a simple question. What story are you going to tell next?
Pretty good video, honestly. Doesn't really answer, well, I guess it kind of answers the question, why is it still alive? I mean, the reality is when you have a sandbox game, it just keeps people invested, right? I don't know. I mean, the reality is a lot of games, it's just like once you beat them, you're done, right? You move on. Elden Ring is a great example. You cannot tell me that Elden Ring is like at its peak right now. You can't. It never will be in a new peak. Never will. Unless something crazy happens. Oh, unless it's a live service game, that's different.